toasted kings and fearless men. The fire remains, the vow is real, eternally forged in fire and steel. Forged in fire and steel. Born to fight, born to feel. With a blade no night can break. He is the storm, the dark will wake. Forged in fire and steel. Heart of wrath, soul of will. From the ashes he will rise with burning thunder. It is all fire and steel. Fire and steel. Forged forever. Fire and steel. Ride the thunder Ride the thunder tonight. Boots on stone and fire in sight. Steel cuts through the dead of night. Engines roar and banners fly. We were born beneath black skies. Teeth of chrome and hearts of flame. Every rider knows his name. No retreat and no surrender. Strike with force and burn forever. Hear the war drums pound. Feel the earth resound. Ride the thunder. Crash the sky. Raise your fist. Let fury play. Ride the thunder. Feel the flame. Into battle we ride again. Gallop hard through dust and rain, fueled by wrath and forged by pain. Lightning cracks above the field. No one here was born to yield. Faster now the charge begins, roaring loud above the wind. Iron wheels and wild desire, feeding on the storm and fire. Hold the line, steel in hand. Face the fire, make your stand. Slow the breath before the strike. Shadows move and spears ignite. One last vow beneath the red. Right for glory, right on. across the land. No one spared the final hand. Silent lies the broken crown. In the dark it all comes down.
Legends sleep in broken lands, but when the night is closing in, the blade will rise and speak again. Raise it higher, hear the cry, to the heavens, to the sky. Strike the darkness, make it fall. One blade rises over all. Blood on ice and
once left unsung. Take the gold and lose your name. Touch the crown and burn in flame. Run through fire, break the seal, take the vow, taste the steel. Stone is shaking, torches drown, blood is spilled before the temple of the burning crown. Raise it up or cast it down. Golden fire, fate unbound. In the flames, the truth is found. Temple of the burning crown. Lost where kings and thieves are drowned. Prophecy and treason sound in the temple of the burning crown. Ashes fall without a sound. No man leaves with glory found. Still the fire burns underground, beneath the temple of the burning crown. He walked through fire, he crossed the sea. He broke the chains of destiny. With iron eyes and scars that sing, the heavens fear the Stormbringer. The earth will shake beneath his stride. The wolves of war run at his side. No prayer can turn, no bell can warn. The night he comes, the storm is born. Hear the thunder call his name. Feel the sky erupt in flames. Stormbringer, ride the sky and bring the rain. Stormbringer, back to war again. Stormbringer, strike with fire, storm and steel. Stormbringer, make the whole world kneel. Across the wasteland, through the haze, he rides beneath the lightning blaze. Kings once cursed his burning name. Now they tremble just the same. No retreat and no disguise. Only wrath behind his eyes. A force of blood, a force of will. A storm no army dares to kill. Raise the banner, sound the cry. Steel below.
sings. Lord of Ash and broken kings, ride the lightning, break the night, burn the darkness with your might. Call the heavens, split the flame, let the world remember your
sun. If we live, our names will rise like thunder calling through the skies. Of dying fate, deep beneath the mountains ache, the earth will roar when dragons wake. That shadow life and death, of burning skies and seas that shake. On the night the dragons wake, crowns will fall and towers bend. the deep, the fire came, and the world